Hey guys, so today I want to compare the iPhone 4S against the Xperia M2 here a little bit. So obviously these two phones are a little bit more in the same kind of price range. I've been comparing the Xperia M2 versus the iPhone 5S, which is the latest iPhone to date. And I mean, it's just way more expensive, so I want to do a comparison here between these two instead. And that costs I think actually this one is a little bit less expensive, the 4S, but it still holds up very, very well here for being 2014. And probably gonna get iOS 8 here in a few weeks, or maybe even next week. So let's check it out here. So if you start off here, LED backlit display here on the 4S, which is a very, very impressive display that still holds up for 2014. The Xperia M2, obviously you can see that the display is bigger on the Xperia M2 to start off with, the 4.8-inch display instead of a 3.5-inch display that you do get here on the iPhone 4S. But in terms of viewing angles, it's a little bit worse overall, as you can see. 540x960 resolution versus 640x960 resolution, so you get a higher pixel density here on the 4S. But then again, you can see that this one has built-in buttons here, so that basically means that this 4.8-inch screen is probably a little bit smaller in terms of the area that you mostly will use. You can also see that the borders on the M2 is pretty big actually. I mean, even comparing them to an iPhone, they are pretty big here on the sides. So it makes it look a little bit less attractive, I gotta say. Also in terms of build quality, both are very, very nice. But I gotta say that the iPhone wins a little bit here. Both have a glass back, but the iPhone here, the 4S, has kind of like aluminum sides, or I mean metal sides, I guess we should call it something. Which just makes it feel a little bit more premium. This one kind of feels like it has plastic on the sides. Still, you can kind of see it almost looks like a mirror sometimes. That makes it look pretty cool actually for the price of this device. So pretty well built still. These buttons definitely stand out a lot, which is quite nice. We do get an 8-megapixel camera here on both. Xperia M2 only has 8 GB of internal storage and 1 GB RAM though, versus the 4S here, which has 512 MB RAM. But I'm gonna tell like this: you can play all games like GTA, Amazing Spider-Man, and all of those games on the 4S here, and they just work. Okay, they just work great. On this one, Xperia M2, you're gonna have a little bit worse gaming experience overall because it has this Snapdragon 400 quad-core 1.2 GHz Cortex-A7 processor, and Cortex-A7 is not that impressive in terms of gaming. Yes, you can play Asphalt 8. Yes, you can play some of those GTA games, but it won't be the most amazing performance. Especially, it will perform better on Game Loft games, but GTA games, you're gonna have some problems there sometimes, some serious problems actually. And the Apple iPhone 4S here is having the dual core 1 GHz Cortex-A9, and even though it's dual core, it's Cortex-A9 instead of Cortex-A7, so it performs very, very nice with Apple's own custom Apple A5 chipset. The GPU SGX 543 MP2, which is performs amazing in most games, especially for the price point for the iPhone. And then there's a big difference here actually in battery life. You get 2300 milliamp battery here inside of the Xperia M2, which is way, way nicer than 1430 milliamps, so almost double the battery life here in the M2. So overall, you're probably going to see a better experience here with battery life on the M2 than comparing to the iPhone 4S. You can of course see that this one is running here. Let's see, it's actually not running the latest Android version, only Android 4.3 Jelly Bean, not the 4.4.2 KitKat. But Sony's custom 2014 UI here, which is gonna look very, very similar to the experience that you're gonna get on, let's say, the Xperia Z2. Versus the iPhone here, which is running iOS 7.1.1. We might get iOS 8 and iOS 7.1.2 here in the near future, coming to the 4S, which is quite nice. That you always are on the latest iOS version on iPhones. That could feel pretty nice. Yeah, this is a quick little video talking here. Hopefully you did enjoy, and it would be fun also to hear your opinions about which one you do like the most here. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.